Welcome to episode 3 of Ask the Experts. In this episode, I talked to Dr. David Ludwig about the health benefits of different diets. Dr. Ludwig, there is a diet war going on between those that promote a largely plant-based diet, such as the Mediterranean diet, and those that promote the exclusive consumption of meat and fat, such as the ketogenic diet. Do you want to weigh in to this debate?
Well, I begin by just saying that there is no one traditional Mediterranean diet. What people ate in Greece differs from Italy, from France, from Lebanon, from North Africa. There are some commonalities, though. These were not low-fat diets, and olive oil was extensively present throughout much of those regions. There was a climate that allowed for lots of whole fruits and vegetables and legumes. These weren't vegetarian or vegan diets by any sense, although, typically meat was not, a huge emphasis. There was more fish, and a lot of the protein would also come from vegetarian sources, plant-based sources. But, to say plant-based also can be misleading, because a pizza, if you leave off the cheese, and Coca-Cola is plant-based, that's not going to be particularly healthy. An animal-based diet, such as the one consumed by Laplanders in the northern parts of Norway, or the Native Americans of the plains, who would be eating buffalo much of the year, or the Inuits eating fish. These are animal-based diets, but they were also very helpful. There was little, if any, evidence of diabetes until the processed carbohydrates entered. Now, that doesn't mean that there's enough wild animals for all of us to be eating that way today. We clearly need grains to feed the population. But I think maintaining an understanding of the quality and the processing, is a commonality. So there are ketogenic diet. I know people who follow a vegan ketogenic diet. Now that's challenging, but it's doable. There's a Facebook group that has tens of thousands of people doing just that. So a ketogenic diet does not necessarily mean heavy animal products. And in fact, a ketogenic diet needs to be moderate in protein. You can't be eating 30-35% protein and maintaining ketosis. So typically, a ketogenic diet has about the same amount of protein as people would otherwise naturally eat, but they just instead shift the carbohydrates to fats. And so it is a restrictive diet, and you do need to know what you're doing. If you do a ketogenic diet the wrong way, you will feel bad. And rarely there can be some serious complications, such as dehydration, kidney stones. A lot of this is, preventable. But for example, in a ketogenic diet, you've got to make sure that you get enough salt. So, because the body tends to release sodium when your insulin levels drop. That's a good thing. That's going to be great for your blood pressure. But if you lose too much sodium at first, you can get dehydrated, and then compensatory mechanisms cause you to hold on to sodium but excrete potassium.